For the third time in the last week, a driver in the Denver metro area has hit a pedestrian. A man was hit and killed early Sunday morning in Thornton. Another man hit and killed early Monday in Centennial. This time, it was a child who was hurt. Good evening, I'm Kyle Clark.
And I'm Alexandra Lewis. This happened tonight in an Aurora neighborhood near Mexico and Buckley. A young girl stepped off an RTD bus and a pickup truck hit her. 9 News reporter Lauren Scafidi is live at that intersection. Lauren, what have we learned tonight?
It happened here at the corner of Uravan in Louisiana just after 4 this afternoon. APD says a girl around 6 years old was getting off an RTD bus with her aunt. She stepped into the road and APD says a pickup truck hit her. That girl is expected to be okay. She was sent to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. They believe that truck had blacked out windows. The police are still looking for the driver of that truck. People who live around here say this crash really wasn't a surprise to them because cars zip through here all the time.
Yeah, fast cars and fast vehicles and stuff is not uncommon in this area. It doesn't surprise me. I don't know that I've ever seen anything kind of come that close, but it's not surprising because you just never know.
Again, Aurora police are looking for the driver of that pickup truck. If you know where the driver is or anything about this crash, call Metro Denver Crime Stoppers or 911. Live in Aurora, Lauren Scafidi, 9 News.
Lauren, thank you. This weekend, people in Centennial will remember Garth Donato. He was the 62-year-old man experiencing homelessness who was hit and killed early Monday morning while pushing a shopping cart across Arapahoe Road. He was not in a crosswalk at the time. In that case, the driver stayed on the scene. People in Centennial are organizing a pair of memorials this weekend for Garth. They're both open to the public to attend. We have more information on this story on our website, 9news.com.
It was kind of a gloomy day with fog from the high country on down to the metro area. Now, the good news is we are going to brighten things up for the holiday weekend. Great news, because thousands of people are headed to Red Rocks for the 77th annual Easter sunrise service there. It's free and open to anybody who wants to get up that early. Gates open at 4:45 Sunday morning. The music starts at 5:30. The service starts at 6.
And Corey, it's going to be a beautiful morning for it, which is nice.
Yeah, I think it's going to look a lot like that video we just saw, clear skies for that Sunday morning sunrise. So yeah, the entire weekend looks like it's going to be real nice. And that's fortunate because it'll be sandwiched in between 2 winter storm systems. This one's just kind of wrapping up. These snow showers in the high country will kind of come to an end at about 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And the rain showers that have been kind of pestering the Front Range and the Eastern Plains should also come to an end overnight, and it'll be clear tomorrow morning. And this is really fortunate for us to have this weekend just sandwiched in between these storm systems here. We're looking at some middle to maybe even upper 60s with lots of sunshine. Wind is still going to be an issue on both of these days, but probably not as cold as it has been over the last couple of days. Here's your forecast for tomorrow. The clouds should break up right about sunrise tomorrow. We may even get some complete clear skies at some point, and then a high temperature up there close to the middle 60s for us tomorrow. I'll address more about Sunday and that next storm system coming up in just a few minutes.
Greenwood Village Police are asking for help solving a cold case that's more than 30 years old. Police say it happened in March 1990. A man abducted 2 young girls from a yogurt shop near I-25 and East Arapahoe Road as it was closing for the day. He drove those girls to a remote area of Douglas County and sexually assaulted them. He abandoned them in a field after. Police say the suspect was a white man in his 30s with pockmarked face, cleft chin, and a bandage on his cheek. They're circulating this sketch of that suspect, hoping that somebody out there knows something that could help them close this case. If you know anything, call Metro Denver Crime Stoppers. Aurora police asking for your help finding a missing 13-year-old boy tonight. The department says Allen was last seen at the bus stop near Buckley in Mexico. He was walking eastbound about 4:15 in the afternoon. Police say the teenager had his black bike with him. It's got orange rims. If you see Allen or you know where he is, call Aurora police.
The driver who slammed into the back of a car, killing a little girl in Commerce City, took a plea deal this week. 10-year-old Grace Baco was in the car with her mom when a man named Jake Gergen hit them in October of 2022. Grace was in a coma for more than a month before she passed away. Gergen pleaded guilty Wednesday to careless driving, resulting in death. As part of the plea, a second charge was dropped. The judge sentenced him to 45 days in jail and 2 years probation.
No one has been arrested yet in a deadly shooting overnight outside a bar in Longmont. Police say 2 men got into a fight outside the Speakeasy bar on Main Street. One of the men shot and killed 36-year-old Christopher Johnston. Police say the man suspected of firing his gun called 911, and he stayed until officers arrived. He has not been arrested. If you were there last night, you saw what happened, you're asked to call Longmont Police. In Aurora, police say the man who was shot at Montview Park yesterday has died. At first, police said they took one of the 2 suspects into custody, then later said nobody was in custody. They're still looking for those 2 people tonight. If you know anything about what happened in this case, call Aurora Police. Also in Aurora, police arrested a 16-year-old boy in connection to a deadly shooting at a rental venue during a large party there last weekend. Investigators say there was an argument between people who knew each other Saturday night leading up to the shooting. A 19-year-old was killed, another man pretty badly hurt. Police say videos and witnesses helped identify the teen suspect. He is yet to be formally charged.
Nearly a year and a half after the mass shooting in an LGBTQ bar in Colorado Springs, the owners are nearly ready to open up in a new location. The Q Lounge held a preview of their space at the Satellite Hotel tonight. It's meant to be a spot that the community can gather while they wait for Club Q to reopen. It's been closed ever since the night that a shooter killed 5 people in November of 2022. It's not clear when exactly they plan to move operations back to the original location.
Dozens of people joined a rally today to support the preservation of a legendary jazz venue in downtown Denver. The current owners of ElgolPEC building on Market Street want to tear it down for new development. A couple of weeks ago, Historic Denver applied for the building to receive a landmark designation. That would keep the current owners from converting it into another business. People who rallied today say tearing down that building would be like erasing history.
History here that needs to stay alive. The structure itself isn't that grandiose of a structure, but it's the history and what this brought to the community way back in 1984.
The owners, Montfort Companies, which owns the Rockies, says they wanted to preserve the building when they bought it years ago, but that's just no longer an option because of concerns with the building's structure and safety.
The iconic and troubled bookstore Tattered cover is now up for sale. The owners are asking a court to delay their next bankruptcy hearing while they talk to potential buyers. Tattered cover filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy last October. They quickly closed 3 stores and laid off some staff. The company was going to reorganize, but now Tattered cover says the plan is to find a buyer for some or all of its assets. The company says there is already interest and they expect more. A bankruptcy attorney told us today it's possible that the new owner does not keep those locations as bookstores.
It sounded like from the media disclosure that they sent that they're hoping it is somebody who would come in and continue to operate it as a bookstore, but there's always a chance that whatever offers they get, the best one that benefits the most creditors that would ultimately be accepted by the court does not keep it remaining as a bookstore chain.
Tattered cover is asking the bankruptcy court to give it until at least June 17th to talk with those buyers.